Pero
ko pa naman-
incognito Michelin na taster ka ba?
Kasi like in Hong Kong, di ba? Meron yung mga small restaurants like
Yeah.
Yatlok.
Yung mga 10-seater lang.
Oo.
They have gourmand.
That's how Tim Ho Wan became famous. They were a hole-in-the-wall place. Tapos they got Michelin star.
Pero in the beginning, they were just a small
Correct.
restaurant. Yung nga, sabi nga ni Denise, yung mga 10-seater lang.
Yeah, hole-in-the-wall,
diba? Malay natin, baka may karinderya na maging Michelin. Hindi
Ano daw, Mang Larry's daw in UP.
Pati ano yung ano? Diwata.
Diwata Pares.
Diwata Pares. Oh.
Hi, sabi ko nga, let's put
so
politics
hungry.
aside for a while, tapos pinopoliticize na naman natin yung
Mang Larry sa
selection.
UP. Tama si Paoy, Mang Larry sa UP. Isaw yun, di ba?
Isaw, yeah.
Oh, madami. Mukhang nagugutom na si Regina. Okay.
Oo nga, uwi na kami. Sige kayo na.
Si Regina gumanon pa. Sabi ni Regina, Thank you once again to Sean, to Regina, and to you, Boss Maui, and the ladies of The Big Story. Well, on the show, on play-by-play, no food, but we've got the aftermath of the NBA All-Star Game as the players and the fans share their thoughts on the mid-season showcase. Plus, here's a treat for WNBA fans in the country. This March, malaki to, Denise. Sabrina Ionescu is heading to Manila.
And we've got the latest results from the PBL All-Filipino Conference as the preliminary round nears its end.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Liton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves. Mr. Moves puts it on. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bacunas rejecting Esteban for the
We kick things off with NBA superstar Kevin Durant as he is tired of all the negative reviews about the recently concluded NBA All-Star Weekend. Fans and league personalities have expressed their dissatisfaction towards the NBA's mid-season classic, from the elaborate, long-running productions to the game's new tournament format. Now, in response, a frustrated KD went on X and suggested canceling the entire showcase since it draws so much negativity. Take a look at your screens right now. He said, and I quote, "I think it's more fun to complain about the NBA than to actually watch it. Crazy. Just cancel the All-Star Weekend and let's just give everybody a break since we're so miserable around this time." End of quote. KD was in San Francisco for his 15th NBA All-Star appearance, where he helped Team Shaq win the top prize. KD actually told the media after the game that he grew to like the new format, as well as the idea of having a one-on-one tourney in the next All-Star Weekend.
The format takes some getting used to. It was, once we got in the flow of things, I thought it was pretty good. The first game we played against the rookie Rising Stars. I thought it was pretty good once we kind of got the flow of it. And I'm glad Ryan came out there and was able to play on Sunday night. Something for him to aspire to be in, like, just Sunday night is a special time, So those rookies that were on the floor tonight, they're looking at us as all-stars and, get some inspiration and some, when they come back out there and play, So I'm sure we'll see a few of those guys there playing on Sunday night as well. And I think it would be a solid idea. We'll see how, what the format is. It wouldn't be too bad what the cash prize is. I'm sure that'll be. I just want to see who else is in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's been tossed around though in the NBA offices of a one-on-one tourney. And we just seen it with the women down there at Unrivaled, how that looked on TV. It's pretty cool to watch that. So you never know, man. We never thought we would see a tournament in All-Star Weekend either. So. Anything's up in the air. I think, Adam and those guys have been doing a great job of just pushing the envelope, trying to be creative, trying to reignite All-Star Weekend. So that might be a solution.
Now, KD's fellow All-Stars voiced out their opinions as well about the new format of the NBA's mid-season showcase. And a good number of them generally welcomed the change. But there was one thing that they weren't really big fans of, and it had something to do with playing just 42 minutes of basketball in a 3-hour-long program. The commercial breaks, the interludes, and the other sideshows took a toll on the players. Here are Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sharing their thoughts.
Yeah, what's not negative on social media though, man? Like,
Some of the players I spoke to said that they weren't a fan.
oh, okay. I mean, yeah. No, I think. Oh, the time in between. Yeah, it's our ad revenue though. You know what I'm saying? If you know business behind the scenes, everything matters in terms of that. But I think the NBA did their best they could, and still make it competitive. You got to keep everybody on the floor. There was a lot of commercial breaks, a lot of things going on, engaging with the fans, engaging with former players. So you just got to give everybody grace, man. Like I've been saying the past few weeks. But I enjoyed myself. It was a quick weekend. We got the W, and we represented for the OGs.
The format was cool. I think the toughest part was like they stopped the game to do the presentation while we was kind of like halfway through it. Whatever. We were sitting down for 20 minutes, whatever it was. It's kind of tough to get back into the game after that. But besides that, I thought it was cool. First two games were pretty competitive or whatever. So if they could just find a way to, not have that long intermission in between the games or during the game, I think it would be a lot better.
Breaks, I guess, weren't ideal. I would rather play without breaks, but I had fun nonetheless. I feel like it was a little bit more towards a competitive side tonight, which is a good feeling. Step in the right direction. Now I guess it's up to the guys that handle all that stuff to figure out what's next and how to keep making it more and more interesting, and hopefully we get there one day. But I'm glad it's not my job to figure that stuff out, and I'm excited for the second half of the season.
Now, what exactly are the fans saying about the NBA's bold move to introduce a fresh format to the NBA All-Star Game?
Well, they had mixed reactions, and some of them also took a swipe in particular to the number of advertisements in between games. One social media user summarized the ASG with this: 45% adverts, 50% yapping, and 5% actual basketball. Another fan promised to watch the All-Star Game in its entirety in the future if the league switches back to the old format. Quote, "This is awful, sad emoji."
While others trashed the new format, some were quite happy about it, like this user who believes NBA guys have not worked this hard on an NBA All-Star Game since the 90s, adding that the new format should be kept. Meanwhile, former Kansas City Chief Derek Jeter thinks the new format is solid, apart from all the performances. It is unclear, though, if more people dislike the new format or not, but one thing is for sure: it won't take just one change for the entire NBA All-Star Weekend to appeal to everybody.
Now, here's something Filipino basketball fans can get behind. The WNBA superstar Sabrina Ionescu will visit Manila next month. The New York Liberty floor general will have a tour of Asia, and the Philippines is her first stop. Ionescu will also visit China and Hong Kong. Sabrina's two-day visit in Manila will include a panel discussion in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig, as well as a clinic at the Courtyard Basketball Court on March 10. She will then be at the Smart Avenata Coliseum for an exhibition game and a three-point contest with top local players on March 11. Sabrina's rise started in college at Oregon before becoming a bona fide star in the pros and an Olympic champion with Team USA. Her popularity also skyrocketed after she battled Steph Curry in a long-distance shootout during the 2024 NBA All-Star Weekend. And after the break, the PVL All-Filipino playoff picture is taking shape after the Signal HD Spikers locked up the third seed. That story and more when Play-by-Play returns. And we're back. Thanks for joining us here on Play by Play. Now, after a training camp and a mini tournament in Doha, Qatar, Gilas Pilipinas heads to Chinese Taipei for the final window of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. The Philippine team left Manila again this afternoon, less than a day after arriving from Doha last night. Gilas is coming off a rough Doha campaign where they dropped 2 of their 3 exhibition games. Good news is they're getting front court reinforcement as veteran big man Japet Aguilar is back with the team after missing the training camp. Gilas will face Chinese Taipei on February 20. After that, the Philippine team will head to Auckland on February 23 for a showdown against New Zealand. Gilas looks to repeat over their next 2 opponents after already beating both earlier in the qualifiers. The Philippines has a perfect 4-0 record in the qualifiers and is already through to the main cup in Saudi Arabia this August.
Meanwhile, in the PBA, the Commissioner's Cup is not yet over, but the Converge Fiber Xers are already preparing for the next conference. Converge has acquired Ray Suerte from the Blackwater Bossing in a one-on-one trade for BJ Andrade. Now, this means that the Fiber Xers are getting another shooter to pair with gunner Jordan Heading. The 30-year-old Suerte is familiar with Heading and big man Justin Baltazar, having played with them in the national team before under former coach Tab Baldwin. Suerte was selected in the special Gilas draft back in 2019 and had been with Blackwater since. The league approved the deal after receiving trade papers yesterday. Converge is coming off a loss to the Rain or Shine Lasso Painters in the best-of-3 quarterfinals of the Commissioner's Cup.
Now for some volleyball updates, the Signal HD Spikers will be the 3rd seed come the qualifying round of the PBL All-Filipino Conference. That's after they swept the Akari Chargers to close the preliminary round with an 8-3 record. Final score here is 25-17, 25-15, 25-21 as the HD Spikers get their 3rd straight victory. Vanny Gandler led the way with 15 points, while Rose Doria Aquino added 12 markers, including 9 attacks and 3 blocks. Signal will next face whoever ends up as the 10th seed in a knockout match. As for Akari, it's now down to 5 and 6 to end the prelims. The Chargers are currently 7th in the standings with a possibility of sliding down to 9th, depending on the results of the final game of Zeus Coffee and Farm Fresh. After the match, Doria Aquino and Gandler spoke about Signal continuing to find ways to win despite their undermanned roster.
Ready ko lang yung sarili ko para makatulong sa team kasi nga senior na coach, kailangan niya ng katulong sa team po. Trabaho lang. Siguro sa akin, tinignan na lang po namin in a positive way. Parang naging motivation na lang po namin yun. And nagkaroon po ng malaking opportunity.
I'm super proud of the team, of course, kasi we had a lot of challenges this year, but it was really total team effort talaga. It was very important and crucial, of course, that we got the wins that we did last year. Yeah. So, it was important. Every game is important now. Yes. So, I didn't really get surprised with the performance of the team because I trust everyone in the team. And even before everything happened, the players that stepped up, they've been stepping up the man always, and they've been contributing every practice, every game. So I think our trust in them was always there, and it was still there, and then we knew na kayang-kaya pa. It's just, physical side, it's kind of hard on our team kasi we're only 12, and it's kind of pressuring to you can't really have an off game, but then that's why I say it's really teamwork. When one person's off, everyone else helps that person.
Meantime, the Capital One Solar Spikers and the Farm Fresh Foxies are battling it out in the PBL All-Filipino Conference here in the second game. The Solar Spikers took control early by winning the first and second sets, surprising the Foxies, who are without Trisha Tubu. The lefty opposite hitter is currently dealing with a back injury. Now, come the third frame, though, the Foxies managed to take an early lead but had to overcome the Solar Spikers' furious rally to keep themselves alive in this match. Now, it is currently the 4th set, and a win for Capital One will improve them to 2-9 for that 10th spot. Farm Fresh, on the other hand, looks to secure some momentum heading into the qualifying round.
Moving on to the UAAP, after a rare opening day loss for the DLSU's Lady Spikers, head coach Ramil De Jesus admits that the lack of experience played a major role in their defeat to the NU Lady Bulldogs. The defending champions overpowered the Lady Spikers in straight sets in front of over 16,600 fans at the Malvasia Arena. It was LaSalle's first opening day loss in more than a decade, the last time dating back to March 9, 2013 against the UST Golden Tigresses. One key struggle for LaSalle is playmaking. Starting setter Juliana Tolentino managed only 5 excellent sets out of 42 attempts compared to NU's Lams Lamina, who had 20 out of 78. De Jesus stressed the importance of having a reliable setter. He also credited NU's chemistry and composure, noting that the Lady Bulldogs core players have been together since high school. Now, in his 28th season, De Jesus remains confident that LaSalle will adjust and improve despite several challenges, including preseason recruitment.
Actually, every year nag-evolve yung volleyball eh. So, ang challenge ngayon kung kayang maka-adapt lalo na sa recruitment kasi yung problema eh. Recruitment kasi pagka medyo active ka sa pagre-recruit and then yung lahat ng Class A na player na kukuha mo, advantage sa team mo yun. Pero kung kukuha ko ng mga Class B, mapakahirap i-develop and then isabay doon sa mga Class A. Mahabang proseso yun. Expected ko na to na medyo kakalog yung setter ko kasi bata pa wala experience ko. First time sa UAP. So, inaantay ko lang na sabi ko sa kanya, yung first game maintindihan ko pero susunod na game hindi na first game yun. So dapat medyo stable na. So hopefully next game namin stable yung setter namin. Sa kanila, wala naman natatalo sa game eh. Basta alam mong natalo ka pero natuto ka. Yun importante eh, natalo ka, natuto ka. Pero kung natalo ka, tapos wala ka natutunan, talagang talo ka na. Importante eh, natalo ka and may natutunan ka sa pagkatalo mo and then ready ka i-correct yan sa susunod na mga years.
4 games on tap in UAAP volleyball tomorrow. The first 2 showdowns will feature Ateneo and NU with their men's team starting things off at 9 in the morning. Both squads are coming off victories in their respective opening day games. Then the women's teams get their turn at 11 a.m. The Lady Bulldogs look to stay dominant after a sweep in their first game, while the Blue Eagles will try to bounce back from a tough 5-set loss to the Adamson Lady Falcons. Then at 3 p.m., the UP Fighting Maroons battle the FEU Tamaraos. These two are also looking to maintain momentum after kickstarting their campaigns with wins. And finally, at 5 in the afternoon, the women will get their turn, as the Fighting Maroons and the Lady Tams will likewise try to keep their winning ways. Now, all games will take place at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. But you can also catch those live on One Sports, the UAAP Varsity Channel, and the Pilipinas Live app. Coming up here on the show, for a change, we have an all-volleyball highlight reel just for you. Find out which plays made the cut when play-by-play returns, only here on One News.
You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Welcome back. Men's tennis world number 1 Jannik Sinner has accepted a 3-month ban due to doping. Sinner admitted to having partial responsibility for testing positive with banned substance clostebol twice. The Italian superstar says the World Anti-Doping Agency has accepted his explanation on the matter. The 23-year-old tennis ace had reasoned out before that his physiotherapist used a spray with clostebol before a massage and sports therapy. Sinner's suspension extends until May 4th. This means he will be back in action once the French Open begins in the same month.
Okay, and as per demand at dahil kasama natin ngayon ay volleyball player, dapat all volleyball highlight din tayo. Partida, wala din kasing PBA, walang gilas,
That's right.
wala ring NBA. So yes, you heard me right. We have an all volleyball highlight for today. Okay, let's start things off in the PVL. Here's Michelle Cobb with the serve, popped up by Gandler, and then Cayuna back there to Akari, and then they go to Nisperos down the line hit. That was a good set there by Cobb, setting up the former Ateneo spiker for that down the line hit. Look at Faith Nisperos, and Cayuna could not save that ball. Now, more highlights, but this time, same game, pero signal naman tayo. Here's Jel Cayuna with the serve this time around. Received by Laxina, free ball. Cayuna combination to Gandler. What a play there. That was a decoy. And then with Gandler, the give and go play with her setter, Jel Cayuna, back to Vanny, who knows what to do and just put the ball away. Signal. Whoa, what a stroke there for Vanny Gandler. And by the way, Nisperos, lone double digit for the Chargers with 12 points. Meanwhile, Signal went on to sweep Akari to lock up the 3rd seed in the qualifying round of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Okay, now, from the PVL, lipat naman tayo opening weekend ng UAAP. This is a quick one. Denied, and we go to the replay. We highlight Ancheta because it's Greg Ancheta with that block there. Take a look at this set. That set to, that's set to, I believe, Hernandez, but it was Greg Ancheta with the block to finish things off for NU. What a solo block there by Greg Ancheta. Bulldogs went on to sweep this match. The Green Spikers 3-0 here, and NU kicked things off on a bright spot, strong for their 5-pit bid in UAAP season 87. Okay, now let's go to the women's side. This is a long rally. First, Ivana Sulit with a serve, and then mapupunta sa NU, Adamson, and then balik sa Ateneo, and then there's Tax. It then goes there to that side, and mabubuhay pa yan ng Adamson. Back long rally, free ball for Ateneo. Minor, no, denied. Adamson keeps the ball alive. And then finally, putting things away is guess who? The rookie. It's Shaina Netura. Spectacular rookie. What a debut for Shaina. That point broke the record, by the way, for most points scored by a rookie in UAAP women's volleyball. Netura finished with 33 points, built on 28 attacks, 4 blocks, and a service ace. Let's just all remember that a few seasons back, Bella Belen won the Rookie MVP award for NU, and then Angel Canino for LaSalle also won the Rookie MVP. And let's see if Shaina Netura will follow those tough footsteps and win. Maaga pa naman, first game. By the way, the Lady Falcons take down the Blue Eagles here in the Battle of the Birds, and a heartbreaking loss for Ateneo. They lose in 5 sets. And finally, LaSalle NU, a rematch of the finals a few seasons ago, and Bella Belen just puts that away, and a facial too on Shevana Laput, and Bella Belen back to her MVP form. Take a look, Lams Lamina, of course, that connection with Bella Belen. They've been together since their high school days, and that setup to the former rookie MVP, knows what to do. And look at that. But she apologizes right away. Nagsorry naman agad-agad kay Shevana Laput. Belen, by the way, finished with a team high here, 14 points as NU sweeps LaSalle in their opener. Okay, Miss Denise Tan, being a former USC star setter yourself, ano ang nagustuhan mo sa ating all volleyball highlights tonight?
Lahat nagustuhan ko, but I just want to add on to what you said about Shaina Nitura.
Yes, yes.
The 33-point scoring
Grabe,
rookie
no?
the last
Debut.
time that they had a 33-point score in the UAP was actually a player from Adamson mismo. Oo.
Pero hindi rookie.
Angela Benting.
Galing mo naman. Galing naman ng memory mo.
Oo. Hindi, nabasa ko yun. Nabasa ko yun. Ang
Akala
tagal
ko
na
memory
hindi ko
mo yun
maalala
eh.
yun.
Okay.
But,
Pero ito rookie kasi.
Yes.
Napakalaki. Debut. First game coming from the juniors. Homegrown siya. And then debuting with 33 points. Pero sabi nga ng mga iba, sabi ko, mukha bang rookie MVP? Sabi, hindi, malakas si Bella Belen eh. So, we don't know.
It's hard to say right now.
Pati maaga pa.
Tama ka dyan. So again, beautiful highlights from the world of basketball, or volleyball rather.
Oo, volleyball
But
tayo ngayon.
before we go, it is time to show you another highlight and a huge congratulations again to One Sports after bagging the TV Sports Channel Award at the 10th Platinum Stallion National Media Awards at the Trinity University of Asia. The Platinum Stallion National Media Awards honors excellence in television, radio, film, digital media, and emerging platforms. With over 10 million followers, One Sports is among the country's largest sports digital publishers and is the home of top leagues like the UAP, PBA, and PVL, as well as international events like the NBA and One Championship, all on free-to-air TV. One Sports has also served as the official broadcaster of major international sporting events, including the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup and the Olympic Games Paris 2024. So again, congratulations to One Sports for this well-deserved recognition.
Well-deserved talaga. Grabe naman kasi. And ikaw mismo, you experienced it firsthand with the Paris Olympics, yung the hardworking men and women of One Sports, ibang klase. Pati pag sinabi mong, okay, saan tayo manunood ng NBA, saan tayo manunood ng lahat, One Sports, they've got you covered. So congratulations once again to One Sports. And that's all from us tonight. But you can catch us again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Denise Tan, sitting in for Cheska Liton Calao. Thank you for watching.